Well, if it isn't that time of the day again, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, boys and girls. How are we doing today? I feel like that's mean, but I'm going to just ignore that. I had a thought, and so we're gonna try to act upon it. Well, no, it has nothing to do with that. No, just the thought vis-a-vis this build, because it is actually like now that I look at it, it looks good, right? Like between yesterday and today. Yesterday we logged out here, and today we logged back in. And when I logged back in, it looked fine to me. It looked good. So we're going to essentially continue this. Yeah. Well, that's the problem, right? With sort of the modernist movement, or not. I don't want to say call it the modernist movement. That's the problem with sort of the contemporary design. Let's put it that way. It is very much like there's nothing wrong with it. I think the design philosophy and everything else is done in a very nice way. The underlying issue, however, is that it is very bespoke. So it has to suit the location in which you're building at. And in real life you get a lot of leeway in choosing how a build goes and what should go on it, right? But you don't really get that in Minecraft, because like as powerful as these mods are, they're still very much limited by what we're able to do. Essentially, essentially that is correct. Yes, that like if I were a general contractor, or no. Let me rephrase that. If I were a architect and I was working with the general contractor on this, I could say, like let's change up the way that the mortar is mixed to get the bricks together. Obviously only for rich clients, but the point remains, right? Like I can have an opinion on the way that this building is being built. Whereas, in Minecraft, there is no... In Minecraft, there's no ability for me to... Ooh. There is no ability for me to save that, right? So that makes the entire building a little bit more... I'm gonna go with samey, because that's kind of the problem. Yeah. I mean, that's technically what we're trying to do, or what I'm trying to do here is that I'm essentially trying to using these different types of blocks build something that looks, moderately contemporary. And obviously this looks like it's too big. We will have to probably change it up on this end before the end, but that's fine. That's fine. Well, that is kind of the point, right? I'm sure some of you have had custom designed houses, right? Can we just get a show of hands of who has? I just want to know, like, have a general idea. Yeah, do the poll. Oh, okay. So our classmates are complaining, are they? Well, too bad. should say that I have been giving it some thought. Give me one quick second. Wait. So I've been giving it some thought on whether we should have the class. Oh, excuse me. Whether we should have the classes also bid, because that would be interesting, wouldn't it? Well, once the classes start bidding, then like we might have to change the way the corporations work. Right? And that's sort of the determining factor there. Simply because it would be sort of almost double the output. Is my voice going? Yeah, it is. No, just the last few days have been pretty long, so yeah, it happens. Anyway, I was saying, as I was laboriously trying to say, if we do that, I think we could make it work. That's 5. One quick second. What was I? Oh yes. So I was saying, if we do end up doing that, it would sort of change the dynamic of the sponsorship, since obviously, like, currently things are very much corporation focused, whereas I'm not sure if we can, or if I can justify, charging for both the classes to sponsor, and then also for the. Actually, you know what? You lot are rich enough. Whatever. Yeah, no, we'll do that. Well, the see when you people say that I don't have when I don't have a soul, right? Like, I am trying my best to be nice here, and then everyone is just being really mean, right? And so that makes me think, hey, maybe I shouldn't be so nice. After all, these people are all so mean to me. Why should I be nice to them, right? And so, well, we shall see. We are. Oh, I haven't seen you in a while. How are you, bro? Good, excellent, fantastic. Oh, I'm wondering actually if we shouldn't use this block up here. Give me a second. I want to see how it works on this wall, because if it works on this wall better, then we'll for consistency's sake, we'll have to replace it. What do we think? In that block? Oops. No. Between whatever this is, braided white and... Is that braided? braid white concrete and chaotic medium. Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm leaning towards the braided. I think that gives it a little bit, just a hint of bespokeness, right? Because otherwise it looks like we just took like we just took the foundation blocks and added some more to it, which technically isn't wrong either. So yeah, we'll do that. You know, the more you talk, the more I'm leaning towards just charging, just straight up. Okay, so let's see. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1 block in there. Right? That is right. Okay, good. So we will bring that like this here. Bring this over here. And so that acts as a pillar. No, it should be like this. Well, I'm keeping the structure of the place in mind too, right? So obviously these pillars in the future we're going to actually have to bring them down like this. But in sort of a I'm not quite sure what way yet. But like there is going to be some structural engineering involved here. Well, obviously, otherwise how will our tech exec be able to keep standing, right? That's not how it works, bro. Okay, fine, we'll figure it out now. So right now that pillar looks just like that. Go and take a look. So there are these particularly interesting kinds of supports that I'm trying to think whether it would be nicer to use sort of bespoke supports for every pillar or have it look basically the same. I'm leaning towards bespoke actually. We'll do something like so we'll do something like this. Let's see. Oh, but I need extra blocks for that. We're not using this block, okay. You can be quiet, okay? Structural engineering is important. We use that wall for that, so maybe I'll use leaning. Yes, I am leaning. I'm thinking. No, that's black concrete. Something with. Oh no. We're going to use the plating sort of as a structural support, and I'm wondering if this will look good in some sort of like morbid sense, like it is wrapped around this pillar in the middle. Right, like that. Oh. Obviously, we'll do some concrete down here to make it, you know, look like it's actually drilled into the ground. But yeah, something along this line. It does give that kind of feel, doesn't it? For Future's reference, the comment was it gives the feel of the house being bunkered down, and I guess you're right. The plating does have that kind of. So maybe we don't want the plating. Or we could do this. We'll do this. So instead of having plating on all what is it? All 8 sides, we'll only have it on 4 sides. Right? I don't know if that makes sense. So exactly, I'm not doing the diagonals. And so you can still see the column. But now it's very clear that, you know, this column is now reinforced by the plating, and therefore blah 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 blah. Let's see. Remove those. That. And I mean, we'll probably have to put like stone underneath to make it look authentic, but that's okay. Well, you have to be anal about this kind of thing, right? How does that look? Like in terms of, I don't really care so much about aesthetics as much as whether it looks realistic, if that makes sense. Like, what if maybe we had this here? So this sort of acts as you can very clearly see that it is a column, and the column is supported by. That could work, right? Yeah, and so we see down here that it's being drilled into. I don't have room for stone right now. I need all of these tiles because I'll forget what tiles they are. So afterwards. But yeah, the idea is then this will be pile driven into like poured concrete, and then and then you use that to essentially hold everything in place, right? Because obviously, if this were stone is great in compression, but stone doesn't. You can't. You can pull on the stone perfectly well, and the stone will crack. So modern cement, that's why we have reinforced and pre-stressed concrete, because those things have have steel going through them to help them deal with the pulling forces in stretching. Yeah, well, I don't know why. And so when you have a long beam of stone like this, you need to support it in some way. And since obviously this is just marble, you can't run rebar through it, right? So you have to support it in a different way. And so I don't know. Like, to me this works. I don't know what if yeah, that's a good question. What if we used fences? Okay, just because one of the classes are more boring than the others doesn't give you the right to tell them to not be a class, right? Let's be very clear about that. Just because you think they're boring doesn't mean that they need to stop talking, right? It's just like how I think you're boring, and I'm not asking you to get out of my server. So yeah. I do. So what I like is that these things, right? They look like they are attaching themselves to the stone, whereas this looks more like the attachment is different. What if we did one of this is what you mean, right? So we have the fence going against the blocks there. Not sure. Try it on this in with without the four others. It does kind of look like scaffolding, and in some ways, you know, that is kind of the point, right? Like you're trying to help it resist tension. You're trying to help the stone resist tensile forces that are being built up, and so you have to kind of. It would be a good way. Yes, you're right. It would be a good way of getting into our Tech Executive's house. Maybe not. Thoughts? Yeah, I think I like the plating better. Deep slate. Where's the plating? Yeah, I think we'll go with the plating. What do you mean false advertisement? Okay, first of all. First of all, I'm not a fiduciary, so you can't sue me on those grounds. Right? Like, I'm not. What I'm offering, first of all, is not even a security, right? Like, these. We've never used. Let's hope, fingers crossed, that we've never used the word security before, because that's not what the sponsorship points or sponsorship whatever, like the fake money has never been advertised as a security, so it's not. First of all, it's not a security, and secondly, I am not holding it in your name, right? Like we should also be very clear about that. So if I'm not holding it in your name, then definitely it is not. I do not have a fiduciary duty to make sure that you gain the greatest returns on your money, right? Like, you are actually purchasing a service by purchasing these tokens, and I think we've talked about it in the past. Oh, yeah, okay, we'll just do this. For future reference, actually, because this is a rather interesting topic. Someone, one of our viewers, is claiming that he'll sue me, or he'll complain to the Trade Commission, and like you're just pulling out acronyms out of your ass at this point, bro. You can't sue me at all those places. That would imply that I'm like the server is some kind of like mega god place where things happen just and obviously that's not true, right? So no. I hope you're hiring someone from within the server, because if you're not, then you are technically also violating. You're also technically violating NDA, unless you first sue to remove the NDA requirements. And we have like 3 NDAs that you have to sue to. I'm just saying, that's a lot of work, I'm not sure it's worth it. Anyway, okay. Yeah, these are kind of ugly. I'll think about it further. The point that. Where we. Oh. So maybe. So here's my thought. Maybe the plating isn't good for that. But what if we use the plating for things like this, right? like it simply it holds the building up, and then there is some sort of platform that comes out, and you know those wooden joins that were used in the past for weatherproof sort of barn building and stuff like that. It might be interesting to sort of adapt some of those things, but yeah, we'll leave that for the future. So on this side, it's completely closed. On this side, the window will allow our tech executive to look down. Oh, I know what I wanted to do. It was. Might have been this. Okay, give me 1 second. The idea was to have a nice black wall, stone wall here that then leads to the outside. Just to contrast it with the windows on this side, right? So, which one can I get rid of? None of them. Oh, that's annoying. I'll get rid of this one first. Is that right? White concrete bricks, yes. Okay. So the idea was to do something like that, but probably also down here. Like that. Oh no, what am I saying? We don't need that. Just build this to the wall because we aren't leaving these open air gaps here. Build this to there, and then we'll have this, which is the yes, excellent. And then and yes, and then the wood flooring of the upper level, which will look like this. Okay, so I never claimed that I would be a good general contractor. Let's make sure we keep that in mind. I think I would be a terrible general contractor. If only because I think I would argue with the architect too much. Right? Well, I mean that's kind of part of the reason why I am pretentious, right? Like that. It's simply that like I it's the kind of person I am. So deal with it. Oh, there we go. Okay. So now we can see the tiles here, and the tiles look terrible. So we will have to change those up. We will probably go with something a little bit bright, a little bit more colorful. So maybe something yellowish, like limestone, right? Because right now the walls are white. The floor tiles cannot be white. That would just be. Well, excuse me for trying to build to my client's specifications. See, See, at least someone appreciates my talents. I mean, yeah, I guess that's true. The mommy clique will appreciate everything I do, and that's, you know, maybe you should learn from that. They're nice. You're not nice. Oh, is it time? Yeah, it is time to go. Oh, you know, that's a good question. The question was, could we perhaps put the cliques all in the same classroom? I feel like the answer should be no, right? Because then we don't have enough representation every time there's a broadcast, right? Whereas right now, you can see very clearly that the cliques have sort of their own chat going on. Some of them are talking within that own chat. The ones that are not part of the class still have an opportunity. Oh, that's disgusting. What did I do? We have to get rid of these anyway, so I'll get rid of these. Let's see. Move. Cut some stuff. This is cut, right? Let's see what cut looks like. Oh, okay, that's contiguous. We don't really want contiguous. Like, we don't want it to be too in your face. We also don't want it to be like, maybe like that. No, that seems a little too much. Wait, where's? No, we can't. So let's try pouch. I feel like that could work. Yeah, so that'll work. That'll do. We'll bring this up to here. Probably up to here. Yeah, and then we'll have wood decking come out this way, etc. etc. Good. Okay. Yeah, so I don't think it's a good idea to put all of the cliques in one classroom. So right now we only have 3 classrooms anyway, right? So like, you're not, and the cliques, they all have their own, or all of you have your own weird channels that are named all these really weird names that you don't let me go into. So I have no idea what's going on. So I have no idea what's going on in there. Anyway, that's not the point. The point I'm laboriously trying to get to is, I think it's fine to do it like this. Having the cliques all in sort of spread out means that we get a diverse set of opinions every time we do anything, and that is good, right? So yeah, we're simply going to go with that. Yes. Any other questions? Good. Okay, that's it. That's it for today. Yes, we are done. So, what do I say? Thank you very much for watching. You know, in conclusion, please download Firefox. Please don't do Chrome. And actually, I'll see all of you lot. Today's Monday, Tuesday, tomorrow. What are we doing tomorrow? I have no idea. We will. I'm sure someone will find enough money to, you know, make me do something that I didn't want to tomorrow. Yeah, we'll put it that way. Yes. Fantastic. Okay, that's it. Bye. Did I say download Firefox, don't do Chrome? Download Firefox, don't do Chrome.